Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's vlog, we are going to be talking about the upcoming motorcycle riding season. Alright guys, so every week I do a vlog, whether it is updates on the channel, milestones, etc. However, because of the time of year, everyone is getting very anxious to get their motorcycles out on the road, myself included, and over the winter, riders included, you don't get used to seeing motorcycles on the road, right? So people who mainly drive cars, obviously they're not really looking for motorcyclists. And when you're a motorcyclist, you kind of have an eye out for other motorcyclists on the road because you're on one. So it's very relatable. However, for people who don't ride motorcycles, you're not necessarily prepared for, tiny vehicles on the road. And so I wanted to just basically do not necessarily a PSA, but just a reminder, because it's that time of year. We're in the spring now. The weather is getting a lot warmer. Even though we're having a little bit of rain, it is that time of year where motorcycles do start to come out and be seen on the roads. And one of the things that I actually like doing is trying to get into the right mindset for being on the road. So even right now when I'm driving to work, I'm actually thinking, like, I'm trying to get in the right mindset of, preparing to ride my motorcycle. It doesn't matter where I'm going to be riding. It is about practicing, safety, not speeding, using turn signals, head checks, that type of thing, right? Everything that you normally do in a car, you basically just kind of step it up a little bit, because obviously in a car, like if you pull out into an intersection on a green light and all the traffic is stopped, that's fine. However, if you're on a motorcycle, if you pull out into an intersection, even though the light is green, and someone isn't seeing a large vehicle and it's not obvious, somebody might, run a light, right? And so for a car, you have your airbags, you have all this, you have this cage around you, right? All this safety stuff around you, whereas motorcyclists don't have that. I started the video off wearing my helmet and my gloves. However, even with a jacket and pants and boots, all this other safety gear, nothing really compares to what you have in a car or truck or any other vehicle like that is much larger than a motorcycle. So, like I said, I'm trying to get into that mindset of when I'm driving my car to, let's say, to work in the morning, I'm pretending as though I am riding my motorcycle, just to kind of get my head back in the game after a winter, a long winter. Well, actually, a long winter, but a mild winter. And I think that one of the things that we have to keep in mind as people who drive cars, whether you ride motorcycles as well or not, is that when you're driving your car, mild weather like this, you're probably thinking, well, it's not summer yet. Why would somebody be out on their motorcycle? Well, as someone who rides motorcycles, I know that people are antsy. I work at a Harley dealership, and guys are riding their bikes in. They're calling us up and saying, hey, I want to get my bike out of storage. And it's no surprise at all, because your riding season is very, very short to begin with. So any time that you can get in the saddle, you're going to take advantage of it. And one of the things that I want to actually share with you guys, because I don't want to talk too much about it, there is a channel, and I'm going to link it down below in the description, and maybe put a card up in the corner for it as well. and it is either going to be a video or the channel for Dan the Fireman. Now, he used to be a fireman, and he has a lot of, paramedic type of training, and he rides motorcycles, and his channel is about reviewing close calls, accidents, that type of thing in regards to motorcyclists. And I really like his channel. I've already subscribed. I think I subscribed a while ago, but I started watching his videos again, not to scare myself into not taking my bike out of the garage and riding it this season, but to remind myself of the dangers that are associated with riding a motorcycle, and to get myself back into that right, mindset, right? It's all up here, you get so used to driving a car all winter long, and then you get back on your motorcycle and it's completely different. Everyone thinks, well, it's like riding a bicycle. It's not. You have a motor in between your legs, and it is completely different. The speed is different. The environment is different. A bicycle, you can ride it in your backyard. You can go on a trail. There's not going to be any cars around when you're in that type of environment. However, if I'm riding a motorcycle, I'm on, city streets. I'm driving all around town, and maybe I go on the highway or country roads. So you're not doing, let's say 2 kilometers per hour on a bicycle. You're doing 50 or 60 in the city limits, maybe 40. Country roads, you're doing 70, 80, maybe 90. And on the highway, you're doing maybe 90 if your bike can't really handle the speeds. My bike is actually small, so I generally hover around 100. But for those cars or those vehicles, motorcycles or otherwise, generally that can't handle those speeds. You're doing well over 100. You're doing 110 or 120, and sometimes people go even faster than that. And to me, it's really scary to see people doing those speeds when you're on a motorcycle. And so one of the reasons why I actually don't go on the highway that much is for that reason. So I generally stick to city roads and country roads, and anytime that I do go on the highway, I make sure that it's only like for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. And I avoid it for that reason, because it's completely different from riding a bicycle. You got all this high speed. Basically, even just doing, let's say, 20, 30 kilometers an hour, I mean, technically, that is high speed, because if you're not wearing a helmet and you crash and you go down, you could have some severe injuries, whether you're wearing a helmet or not. I mean, head injuries are really, really serious, and I also play sports. I also race motorcycles. You have to wear gear, but you also have to be really smart about it. And the best way to be smart about riding is educating not only yourself, but those around you. So today's vlog is all about reminding you guys that motorcycles are already on the roads. It's just the number of motorcyclists on the road is just going to get higher and higher as the warm weather continues to creep in, and I want you guys to be prepared for that. So if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments, leave them down below. And if you guys want to see more content, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. You also get notifications when I post new videos, and I'm posting pretty much every other day right now still. So lots of content coming out, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. And for those of you who are motorcyclists, I hope to see you guys out this summer, and hopefully I'll get to ride with you as well. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.